This funny. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna start this over right here. T.I. been doing comedy, you can tell. Mike, check. Justin Hunt. It's all happening. Thank you to everybody rocking with the channel. Thank you to everybody subscribe through the channel, who shared the video, shared the link. It's priceless. Big thank you to everyone who's donated. If you'd like to donate, hit the Cash App right up there or the link in the description. And big thank you to all my newest members. Gaming Heavy 7065. Shanup Robinson 3239. Ron John Wellers 450. Change I want to see. 9-second applause. Thank you guys for all the support. Big story today, funny story today, hilarious story today, and a continuation type of story today. Over the past couple of weeks, T.I. has been promoting his new single, Let 'Em Know. Shout out to Let 'Em Know, 1-second applause. That song is fire. We talked about it last week in the chart report. It was currently sitting at number 50 on the charts. This is part of the return of the Kang. T.I. has come out of retirement, and he's back making music after his stint doing comedy. 1-second applause. I love that joint. Love that joint so much. And part of this rollout has included him talking on multiple platforms. And one of the things he's been talking about is this long, at this point, half a decade conversation about doing a Verzuz with 50. Okay, 50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent. 1-second applause. I think it'd actually be a really dope Verzuz battle. I think a lot of times Verzuz can come down to song selection and showmanship, right? And so 50 doesn't seem like he wanted to do it. Didn't seem like he wanted to do it. And things went left, which we'll cover in this video. But yesterday, T.I. dropped an official diss track at 50 Cent. Okay, it's called The Right One. We're gonna react to the video, then we're gonna look at how he got here. This song is actually kind of crazy. I've heard the song already. Let's listen to it together.
Did a nigga y'all scared of, man? Man, fuck this Lego head ass nigga, man. Ain't nobody studying this fuck nigga, man.
This funny. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna start this over right here. T.I. been doing comedy, you can tell.
Did a nigga y'all scared of, man? Man, fuck this Lego head ass nigga, man. Ain't nobody studying this fuck nigga, man. Okay, they finally got the right one. Roll some, light one, that's alright, then.
Beats hard.
We're having for the night come. I don't like guns. I walk up on them knife some. Think he Tyson. Nigga, you ain't tough as my son.
Nigga think he Tyson. Nigga, you ain't tough as my son. 1-second applause.
Ain't no fear here. Bitch, I'm a king and you a duck, you got no peer here. With smoke, you get your fair share. You wouldn't dare stare me in the eyes and move your dick sucker. Say that shit you say with your thumb, boy, you's a big sucker. To me, you just a small man in a big shell.
To me, you're just a small man in a big shell. I love that accent too. 1-second applause.
Bitch made ass nigga need pigtails. You take no issue with them white boy. It's only our people that you find to be an eyesore. Huh?
That's the truth. That is the truth. This is an interesting angle for a number of reasons. One, T.I. has a lot of people. He is beloved. T.I. is beloved. I don't know if I can say the same about 50. And two, 50 makes all of his money. I don't say all of his money. I don't know where 50 makes his money from, but 50 Cent Productions, the Power universe, his documentaries, all of these things really target black people, right? The black community. But when 50 is out here talking, particularly when things happen that affect the black community, 50 ain't the most present, and most of the time he is talking on the other side of the conversation. And T.I. calls him out for it right here.
Say that shit you say with your thumb, boy, you's a big sucker. To me, you just a small man in a big shell. Bitch made ass nigga need pigtails. You take no issue with them white boy. It's only our people that you find to be an eyesore. Huh? Duck and smoke, you won't even stand up for a legacy. I guess it cause he see a shit to fight for. Hey, listen, man, this shit ain't gonna go how you think it is. Down here we'll strip you out that shit, leave you with rabbit ears.
I love that too, because he says 50 won't stand up for his legacy. I guess he realized ain't shit to fight for, right? And I think maybe he's talking, I think that's a direct Verzuz conversation right there. Yo, you won't even come out here and celebrate your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Put it up against mine, celebrate the culture kind of thing. I personally take that line to be like that. Now this conversation goes much further, but I like that. And I like how he comes back and says, this ain't gonna go how you think it is, right? Because 50 is a troll God, you know what I mean? And he has been very successful at making people uncomfortable and taking them out, knocking them out of their square. And so T.I.'s a different beast.
This shit ain't gonna go how you think it is. Down here we'll strip you out that shit, leave you with rabbit ears. And you ain't the only one with Grammy before you had a deal. You think you special, end up somewhere pushing daffodils. Nigga,
That line's hard too. You ain't the only one who grimy for you got a deal. You think you special, you're gonna wind up pushing daffodils. 1 second applause.
with Grammy before you had a deal. You think you special, end up somewhere pushing daffodils. Nigga, you got less talent, you're less attractive, more average. You ain't got more motion, you just moving where it led traffic. You moved out where it rapping and they gave you a DMX pack. You ain't that savage, nigga, you 5-0 dispatch.
You moved that way rapping, they gave you a DMX package. You ain't that savage. You 5-0 dispatching.
Rapping and they gave you a DMX pack. You ain't that savage, nigga, you 5-0 dispatch. Oh, Tenor did, nigga, all mad, could puff, let your bitch have it. Gave her tartar sauce and mustard like a fish salmon.
Gave her tartar sauce and mustard like a fish salmon. I'm sorry. Because that's a lot of what people think was part of the motivation behind 50 Cent's documentary on Diddy, was that Diddy's, or 50's baby mom, was Jane Doe in that trial. And so, you know, she been down with the freak-offs. And T.I. says gave her tartar sauce and mustard like a fish sandwich. That is grimy. 1 second applause.
More average, you ain't got more motion, you just moving where it led traffic. You moved out where it rapping and they gave you a DMX pack. You ain't that savage, nigga, you 5-0 dispatch. Oh, Tenor did, nigga, all mad, could puff, let your bitch have it. Gave her tartar sauce and mustard like a fish salmon. And goddamn it, if this nigga want drama, I'm not landing. Once it's up, I'm not landing. Truces is outlandish.
That's crazy too. That is a bar from an era. And if you want drama, I'm not landing. That was a soap opera back in the day, like in the 80s, 90s. It was like a drama soap opera kind of show. And then he said, it's up, I'm not landing. T.I. got bars in here too.
Let your bitch have it. Gave her tartar sauce and mustard like a fish salmon. And goddamn it, if this nigga want drama, I'm not landing. Once it's up, I'm not landing. Truces is outlandish. Cause you're not that nigga and you're not that rich. Trying to stun on everybody with them white okay, they finally got the right one. Roll some, light one. That's alright, then. We'll have them for the night come. I don't like guns. I walk up on them knife some. Think he Tyson. Nigga, you ain't tough at my son. Ain't no fear here. Bitch, I'm a king and you a duck. You got no peer here. With smoke, you get your fair share. You wouldn't dare stare me in the eyes and move your dick sucker. Say that shit you say with your thumb. Boy, you's a bitch. They say boo boo, bring your bitch ass outside, play in the street. You ain't no motherfucking gangster, you just pray on the weak. Man, all you do is talk shit and hope it stay on the net. Play detective, catch killers on some police shit. Grown men making meme, that's a weird ass flick. Kicking nigga while they down, you a sucker for that.
50 does a lot of that. 50 does a lot of that. You know what I mean? T.I. is given a pretty solid read on 50 in this. He is rapping.
Having a moment, hate to let the nigga inch in my life, but I give his ass a case to saw about him mentioning my wife. You hate women, get that why you can't keep one. You can't love them cause from your mama you receive none. Oh no, you rather set fires to houses with babies in them. I got paperwork from niggas in prison, your name is in them. Peter Parker.
I would love to see what he's talking about here. I would love to see what he's talking about. I mean, I think the paperwork stuff, I generally don't get into paperwork conversations from a commentary standpoint, but the paperwork that's out there, I think it's been talked about a lot, and I think a lot of this stuff has been sort of debunked to a degree. I wonder if he's talking about something different.
The houses with babies in them. I got paperwork from niggas in prison. Your name is in them. Peter Parker journalism, he's saying. I guess I'm Venom. Morals won't break up in them. New Yorkers, you gon' defend them.
Morals won't break up in them. New Yorkers, you gon' defend them. We just had Fab, Mano, everybody go at 50 in December. Yo, smart plays. A lot of smart angles here.
With babies in them, I got paperwork from niggas in prison, your name is in them. Peter Parker journalism, he saying, I guess I'm Venom. Morals won't break up in them. New Yorkers, you gon' defend them? This your king, huh? He been a victim from the get-go. Murder Inc. pumped his ass full of bullet holes. Cam did him like a hoe on the radio. Took losses from Rick Ross and Fat Joe. Jada spanked that baby thinking it's sweet. Kanye stood up to him, made it first week of defeat.
When you start doing the math, 1 second applause.
Always happen, too much yapping, niggas slapping your cheeks. So what the fuck you think gon' happen out here playing with me? You got the right one. King!
Word up. T.I., the right one, 8.6 second applause. I like this. Now, I'll say this first. I can't imagine. This is just me sitting here with my own thoughts. I can't imagine 50 Cent clapping back. I just can't. I think 50 is so invested, at least in tracks, at least over music. 50 is heavily invested in what he's building in Shreveport, I think it's Shreveport. The studio he's building in Louisiana, rather, he is heavily in that process right now. 50 hasn't really been rapping like that. I think he was on Magic, one of the Magics from Nas' album. Not many people talked about that. But I just don't see him being in this mode. And T.I. on the other side, 50 caught T.I. on the upswing. T.I. is clearly in album mode, in music mode. Let Him Know is a fire song. Let's take an applause again. That song is sitting at number 50 on the charts. He's got an album he's pushing. He's just coming off comedy, right? Half the time in these battles, comedy is a huge part. So he is sharp and funny at the same time. You know what I mean? Like he's got, I think Pharrell produced the Let 'Em Know track. There's an alternate universe where this beef doesn't happen, and T.I. is sitting in LVMH headquarters making his next album with Pharrell, getting the LVMH rollout, just like what happened with Clips. I don't think that's going to be this timeline with some of the things that are happening, but nevertheless. And it's hard. It's one of the best reads on 50 from a diss track standpoint that I've heard, if not the best read on 50. So I rock with this. I rock with this joint. It's a funny joint. It's fun and funny at the same time. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. But how do we get here? So this has been going on over the past couple of weeks. And so one of the big touch points this past week was T.I. on $1 Million Worth of Game, explaining what happened to the Verzuz conversation with 50 Cent. So let's take a look.
Okay, so first, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and that nigga talk back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue. Yeah. Me and that nigga talk back there.
You talking about you with 50?
Yeah, man. We talk about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about this? He was like, shit, you wanna do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So shit. I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck was going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. Well, how about fuck all of it? Fuck all of it. I don't even want to, man. Cause now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get kick that kind of shit, then, man. Nigga, just say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame ass shit, man, this shit goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying? You went out there.
Years ago. Years ago we spoke about it.
I think it'd be a great battle, though. I think.
Man, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. I don't want to stand on stage with him. I have no interest in standing on stage with that nigga. I don't respect him. Okay, so.
No interest in standing on stage with him. I don't respect him. 1 second applause. That is pretty revealing. One, I think, T.I. is T.I.'s wildly successful, right? Obviously. I mean, he has, 3-4 number one songs, in his catalog, which is a lot. Even from a Verzuz standpoint, I think if he strategized it right, it could be interesting. Obviously, 50 Cent has some of the biggest songs in the world. So scales are tipped in that direction. But, that conversation about Verzuz has been going on for a long time, and we will get to that. We're gonna get to that here in a second. But this was a big touch point, right? And so 50 didn't like this. And so 50 starts posting unflattering pictures of T.I.'s wife and the mother of his children, Tiny, right? He posted this one right here. And 50 he had a lot of people in the comment section talking about how this is just uncalled for, which is true, right? Tiny's not bothering anybody, right? T.I. is out here essentially trying to get this Verzuz going with 50, right? And here he says, we just heard him say that they actually talked about it. If that really happened, that adds a very critical wrinkle to this conversation. Because if they actually talked about it, and then so T.I.'s jumping out there talking about this Verzuz, and 50, this is how he reacts, it's a different situation, right? And so you can understand some of the energy that was coming from the track we just heard. He posted this. So after that picture of his mom went up, King was not having it. Now, King is T.I.'s oldest son. He is the one that, he probably reminds most people of a young Tip, right? Here's one of the things that King said.
Straight like that. Your son don't love you. You don't got no family. You not loved. You rich, but you not loved, nigga. Money means nothing without no one to spend it with. Your son don't love you. And nigga, just for talking about my mama, I would slap the out that nigga just cause he share the same blood as you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Man, at the end of the day, I don't play by my mama. I don't play by my mama. I'm just trying to raise, nigga. I wasn't raised by y'all father, nigga. My dad is T.I.P., nigga. Tip, nigga. That's how I'm raised, nigga. I don't play like this.
Understandable. 1 second applause. Can't be outside playing with people's mama. And that's what 50 Cent was doing, right? 50 Cent was doing that. King also posted this picture here. Now, this picture is 50 Cent's mom's tombstone. So this went kind of dark, right? And so this is what also is part of this story. Now, 50 responds with a post here. And, he said, LOL. He was laughing at King Harris. And then he posted a clip of these people, again, disrespecting Tiny.
Oh, no, let me stop. You see? You get me in trouble. Oh, my God. Put me in the comment section, man. You got to have T.I., Lil King looking for me.
Ah, man.
But I'm going to keep it real. This is a hard look, man.
Everybody have a bad day, but this one right here is. And he looked just like his mom, so I understand why he mad.
Yeah, the apple don't fall from the tree, right? yeah. And God don't like ugly, and he one ugly-ass kid.
Right, so this is 50 Cent's early reaction, and this is what tipped to the tipping point, pun intended. That was hard. 1 second applause. To drop the right one, which is a crazy, crazy track. So that's this week. Now, there was another track that Tip dropped that was sort of a warm-up track. Tip actually released a video for that warm-up track today. So here's a clip from that song, and you can see it's a family affair. Tip is over here celebrating his family.
Bear hibernate, don't poke. When you see the giant sleeping, shouldn't have woke. I don't know how many times I told him, but please hop about my shoulder. Because you can't impress me with a big prayer, boy. The strongest for the longest I've been there, boy. Top 3 of my city, know I'm in there. And I ain't number 3, what you getting there? I know that we ain't trying to pretend that the king won't get a sledgehammer for an insect. Listen, now I built this throne, boy, it wouldn't exist. Got a concrete crown, boy, this shit don't even fit you. Big dog talking little shit zoo. Come on, now you say you outdid who? Better settle down. Know the dog, hold your head down. Did a disc record, better edit now. I turn your head around. All that cap, nigga, better get a gown. The only place your head is in the ground. Put it on my soul. Boy, I ever had a record sold too? No, I used to get it up the stove. A nigga been gold. Been pulling up in foreign cars with the first fucking R&B star. Oh, you niggas won't war.
I mean, it's shrewd. It's a shrewd angle to play the family so heavy. T.I.'s a family man. You know what I mean? He will crash out by his family. And again, this is showing everything 50 Cent doesn't have. 50 Cent has vocally, been at war with his son. 50 Cent's other baby mom, the son he likes, it seems like, is in the Diddy files. You know what I mean? So Tip is going at the jugular. Okay. Shout out to Music Bills, my man, master student right here. He says, T.I. drops another diss video aimed at 50 Cent at a restaurant with his family and kids singing the lyrics. The subliminal attack on 50 is that he does not have the family and the kids or the wife and at this age in his life. He's rich, but a lonely, mad man, right? And so that is the angle, another effective angle that I think that T.I. is taking at 50 Cent right now, right? And so How do we get here? And so this is Coach Breeze. Coach Breeze says, so let me get this timeline straight. T.I. says he can beat 50 in a versus battle, which was always meant to be just good competitive fun between artists. 50 Cent ultimately responds by posting a picture of T.I.'s wife, which then leads T.I. and Tiny's son King having a complete justified crash out online. Lord knows I hate agreeing with and defending King, but that was an absolutely unnecessary cornball move by 50 Cent. Yeah, 1 second applause. Right, so that's basically the timeline, but it does extend further than that. I mean, here's some key touch points that has happened over the past 20 years between 50 Cent and T.I. One, here is T.I. out here challenging 50 Cent on 5th's birthday back in 2020 to a Verzuz. Here's what T.I. said.
For your birthday, I offer you a challenge, sir. Pull your ass up, man, with 20 of your records, man. Sit across from me, man, and get this work, man. You know what I'm saying? But I understand if you don't want to answer to that challenge, because last time you got challenged, Kanye West dusted your ass off. So, you might not want to do that. So, well, guess who ain't scared of your motherfucking ass, 50? Look, man, pull up. Pull on up. That's right, time will tell. Pull on up, man. Pull on up, 50. Bring your ass on outside, 50. Bring your ass on out. Know what I mean? Bring your ass on out. Bring your records, bring your hit records with you. You and Dr. Dre and Eminem and all y'all, goddamn the G-Unit, all y'all bring y'all ass on out. Come on, see the King.
All right, so that happened in 2020. That happened in 2020, right? So you can get an idea of how long this Verzuz conversation's been going. Here's another one that was a big touch point into what we just listened to and what's happened this week. This was also reposted, right? And so here is, again, this is another video, I think it's from around that same year. Here is Tip calling out 50 Cent for a Verzuz again.
I get it, buddy. Now, I know it's your birthday, man, and I celebrate you.
Yes, sir.
But if you get a chance, you hear me? You hear me, Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
If you get a chance,
yes, sir.
Please tell 50 bring his ass on out here and get this smoke.
Oh, Jesus.
Please tell 50 Cent.
So he's talking to Kevin Hart right now.
Get his hit records and come on and sit down and see what the South got to say, goddammit.
Jesus Christ. You say you want that man to see all full-fledged what the South got.
I want him to see what the South got to say. Now listen, hey, I'm the king below the Mason-Dixon line, king of the South. I speak for all of the Southern people.
I'm the king below the Mason-Dixon line, king of the South. I speak for all the Southern people. 1 second applause.
New York been saying shit under their breath about us and having little bullshit, slick-ass comments about us, thinking it's all slow down here. But they want to come down here and go to our malls and go to our clubs. But then they want to kick it like, nigga, we substandard when they get back up top. Well, that shit stop right now.
Yeah, you say you done with that.
That shit stop right now, goddammit. The king say that shit stop. He say he the king of New York. And if he don't want to do it, and one of them other niggas up there who got a goddamn catalog want to pull up, tell him come see the king. Don't come around me. Come sit down with me.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you, Tip. I'm here for it.
Tell him come see. Goddammit. Andre told him the South had something to say, and I'm saying it.
Okay, so that goes on. But this was an old clip that was also pulled back, or at least reposted this week. And when it was reposted, 50 Cent said King Rat. Right. Tip responded with, 50 Cent, you playing on my name when only one of us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork right. And my transcript is available online. Your excuses is useless. Get your whole ass in the box or shut the fuck up and leave and live in fear. You soft son, you lost my respect, effing duck, right? And so this is part of the energy that we see in $1 Million Worth of Game. I mean, away from just the verses, you know, prior to these Verzuz clips that we saw, 50 Cent and T.I. have had words and slick things to say at each other for years, even before that, right? And so this is an interview from Vibe magazine in 2011, done by Mikey Fresh. Shout out to Mikey Fresh, 1 second applause. So this conversation with Mikey Fresh was from 2011, right? And so this one says, 50 Cent says a phone call with T.I. ended their beef. So they had some words. And so here is how Vibe described it. Twitter has officially become the new breeding ground for hip-hop beef. Listen to that opening line, first of all. Twitter has become the new breeding ground for hip-hop beef in 2011. Look at how pioneering that social media platform was at the beginning then. I remember this from a media standpoint. Like, this became the point in time where anytime you wrote anything positive about an artist, they would retweet it and then your whole website would, would blow up. You know what I mean? Those days are gone now, right? Twitter has officially become the new breeding ground for hip-hop beef. Without warning, a rapper can become fully engaged in a war of words with a fellow artist after a simple 140 character or less message. 50 Cent and T.I. are prime examples of when tweeting goes wrong. The miscommunication started when 50 caught wind of T.I.'s reaction to the G-Unit rapper's opinion on what Tiny should have done in his court case. I'm gonna tell you, 50 Cent, and anybody else, we ain't gonna have no discussion about what my old lady shoulda, woulda, coulda done for anything as it pertains to me. We ain't gonna do that. That's what T.I. said, right? He said that in the December-January issue of Vibe magazine, right? So you can get an idea of how long these two have been talking to each other. The G-Unit boss wasted no time in responding through Twitter. Man, I just saw something T.I. said in Vibe about a tweet I wrote when he caught his drug case. He just got out of a jam and caught a new one. Any other time someone gets caught with 10 machine guns, a silencer, then catch a drug charge, you will F around and get natural life. Fifth continued, this boy got a get out of jail free card. Don't get emotional over your lady. It'll get you in some ish you don't want to be in. If you can get 5 years easy for some ish, and I'm the support of my family, why would it be wrong if your lady had to take probation? She ballin' too, LOL. So that's what 50 said on Twitter. Though 50's remarks sound vicious, he recently revealed to Vibe that a third party brought this beef to an immediate halt. We got mutual friends, and I was actually in conversation with one of them, and they were around him. 50 explains on the conversation he had with T.I. I didn't tell him to get T.I. on the phone, and T.I. didn't tell him to get me on the phone. 50 admitted that the things got heated at one point, but they were able to eventually be able to talk things out like real men. He attributed their initial clash to media outlets fanning the flame. When do you know me to back down? 50 concluded. When do we know 50 said to back down? Great point. 1 second applause. Right? And here's a video clip from that conversation. This gives a little bit more color on what happened between him and T.I.
You know what we did? We had mutual friends. And I was actually in conversation with one of them, and they was around him. So they said, they left. I didn't tell them.
This SMS audio. 50 had headphones. I forgot about these. SMS audio. Shout out to SMS audio. 1 second applause.
To get him on the phone, and he didn't tell them to get me on the phone. They was just there, and it was like, yo, you just need to talk to him because you don't know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and we get into it, and I mean, he had a lot of legitimate points. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you're going through something, and it's like the press will ask you questions about things, when they'll ask other artists that are relevant to the culture things about artists that
they're just current.
Yeah, they're just going through something, and your response impacts harder than it would at any other point.
Yeah, as we all saw on Twitter, like that one little thing, it started a whole new, people talking crazy.
Right, and then you get the people who want to fight just there. So, like, they'll start to champion that. Like, yeah, go. And then when they find out that it's not going to actually happen, and I'm the source of where they find out that, they go, oh, they try to make the fight again. They try to say, oh, he's scared.
Right. Just throw more fuel on the flame, basically.
So, like me, when you know me to back down?
Never.
When do you know 50 to back down? 1 second applause again there. Right, so that's a clip. So that's 2011, right? And that had to do with T.I. when he had to go sit down for a little bit after he got caught with all those guns in his car, right? And so this has been going on for a while. Now, 50 Cent, we know how ruthless 50 is. I mean, one of the things I haven't covered on this channel that I've been watching, which is actually pretty hilarious, is 50 Cent versus Jim Jones, right? And one of the things, 50 Cent versus Jim Jones got to a point recently where 50 Cent does stuff like this. 50 Cent, Jim Jones has been talking about a new studio that he has in New York City and talking about, the expansion that he's gonna do and all the projects he's excited about putting out. And of course, 50 and Jim Jones still have their beef. So 50 Cent went and became business partners with the landlord of Jim Jones's building. This is him, 50, and the landlord. And this is video of Jim Jones not being able to get into his studio. The caption here says, Sam is my partner, I own the joint. Now you're gonna fix every door you kick or I'm gonna kick your ass, Jimmy. By Monday, you're destroying my property. Look at Jim Jones. 50 got Jim Jones looking crazy out here. And these are the type of tactics that 50 Cent does. Generally speaking, if you're not in position to match the pettiness and resources of 50 Cent, I don't think it's a good idea for anybody to go out there and have a conflict with him. I just don't. And that's what makes this T.I. situation so interesting because T.I.'s not broke. T.I. is rapping great. T.I. has TV money, he's got real estate money, he's got music money, he's got big songs. He has like he says in the song, he's not the only one who was grimy before he got a deal. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of parallels there, which is another reason I think the Verzuz would actually be really interesting. I actually do think that Verzuz would be really interesting. And also, T.I., you know, he got a lot of troll in him too. You know, this is back in the day. This is back when T.I. and Lil Flip had beef. And, you know, Lil Flip and T.I. had friction because while T.I. was sitting down, Lil Flip allegedly tried to holler at some women who were friends of Tiny and potentially tried to holler at Tiny and also tried to say he was the king of the South. And you know how language can be sometimes. Well, when T.I. gets out, he goes on stage at a concert and does this, knowing Lil Flip is backstage. Watch this.
Dig this. I've been gone for a minute. And since I've been gone, I guess it's a nigga who feel like he can come and take my crown. Oh, shit. I sure wish he would've said it to my face. Hey, Lil Flip, I heard you in the house, my nigga. Tell him bring your punk ass to the stage. Lil Flip, I heard you in the house, bring your punk ass to the stage. We'll bring him to the stage. Has anybody seen Lil Flip lately? We'll bring him to the stage. Anybody seen Lil Flip lately? We'll bring him to the stage. Anybody know how Lil Flip came into the game? We'll bring that nigga to the stage. Y'all want one? I got several copies. Yeah. Y'all remember this nigga now. Next time this nigga start playing like he hard, y'all remember this. Mr. Lucky Charms. I'ma tell you what, Flip.
Mr. Lucky Charms is crazy.
Listen, nigga, I'm the leader of the truth. You just following suit. I got a question for anybody following you. What kind of nigga take a picture in a Lucky Charms suit with a lollipop chain?
That's some leprechaun boots. That's classic. 1 second applause. That is straight out the Beef DVD series right there. Shout out to the Beef DVD series. 1 second applause. Everybody's a son of QD3 because that Beef series was generational. That influenced all of us, okay? Don't care who's out here making videos. Beef, QD3, 1 second applause. So that's where we are. Yes, this is about Verzuz, but this also has more than just Verzuz in the background. There's more than just this Verzuz conversation in the history between 50 Cent and T.I. And so perhaps that's where you're seeing a lot of this energy hitting new peaks as fast as it has, right? 50 Cent is very calculated. And, you know, as we can see from the 2011 conversation, from this vibe conversation right here, part of their interactions had to do with 50 Cent making suggestions on what Tiny should have done when T.I. had to sit down. 50 brought Tiny up back then, right? So I can understand where T.I. is coming from in this $1 million worth of game conversation. I can understand it, where he says, okay, I'm questioning your character now, right? Because this isn't really the first time that they've been through the personal side of this conversation. And now 50 brought it back up, and here we are. And so here's some reactions that people are having right now. This one's from Tony the Dome. Shout out to Tony the Dome. 1 second applause. He says, New York, I need y'all to give 50 Cent the same energy you gave J. Cole. We don't want to hear no BS either. He can't duck this smoke from T.I., and you all let him slide. Peace. Right. I mean, I can't see a world where 50 Cent responds with music. I just can't. I just don't see it. And so it'll be interesting how he does respond, but shout out to Tony the Dome. 1 second applause. This one comes from King Luck. He says, all T.I. asked for was a nigga 50 Cent to do a battle musically, like literally. And 50 is turning into a circus instead of just letting the music speak for itself. SMH clown behavior. I mean, 50 Cent is doing films, he's doing documentaries, he's doing television, you know what I mean? His focus is someplace else, right? And yet and still, he did take it way past just the music conversation. And T.I. did point that out in the $1 million worth of game interview. He said, just say you don't want to do it, right? But we're past that Rubicon. 1 second applause. This one's here from Old Head Energy. Shout out to Old Head Energy. 1 second applause. It says, even if T.I. is beefing with 50 Cent to garner attention and sell his upcoming project, he would only be taking a page out of the 50 Cent playbook, right? And 50 Cent did a very successful job of that early in his career. His initial projects always seemed to have some beef that was attached to them. And that helped propel his legacy, helped propel his sales, And that is part of his brand and reputation. New York City's very own bad guy who was willing to go to war with anybody. And so we'll see what this war against T.I. looks like. Again, I'm not betting that. I wouldn't bet that 50 Cent is going to drop a track. But we shall see. 1 second applause to Old Head Energy. I love this one. This one's funny. Shout out to It's Still Summer. She says, and T.I. would demolish 50 Cent in the Verzuz, so there's that. The South taking that one, baby, and easily. I don't know. I mean, 50 Cent has some of the biggest joints in the world. It's definitely a global audience tuned in to 50 Cent. Everything 50 Cent does touches every corner of the globe, right? And T.I., you know, obviously King of the South, obviously 4 number 1 records, I think 3 or 4 number 1s, something crazy. You know, if you really look at the hits and successes that T.I. has had, Blurred Lines, What You Know About That, you know, it's a lot, right? And so I don't know how easily this battle would be. I think, again, like I said, a lot of times Verzuz comes down to showmanship and track selection, and it would be interesting. That's why I like this discussion. I like this discussion quite a bit because musically I do think it's really interesting. But shout out to It's Still Summer. 1 second applause. And this one is from Matthew Wright. He says, I am absolutely okay with the Light Bright Brigade coming for 50 Cent because he is truly a disgusting human being who should have been called to the mat ages ago, right? And there's a lot of that. And there's a lot of people who just, again, were not happy with 50 Cent posting Tiny. Tiny wasn't doing anything. T.I. was out here promoting this song, talking about Verzuz, and here goes 50 Cent posting Tiny. And so this is where we are. T.I. dropped the right one, and here's some major touch points in conversations they've been having at each other for 20 years at this point in time. I love that song. I can't front. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow at The Company Man on everything, including The Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, including the Third Verse podcast with Stat Quo, DJ Bormilli, and myself. And we got a Culture United Clips channel. Make sure you go over there, subscribe to that channel. I'll be uploading different segments from the past 20 episodes I think we've done now up to that channel. And every week there's going to be a weekly wrap up of what you might have missed. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views, it's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.